Hello guys, in this video we are going to see how we can create a table in a Laravel project. We are using MySQL PHP MyAdmin. So we are going to insert new values into that table also. Firstly, we have to create a new migration file. Open your terminal and go to your project location. Here I am in that folder. So firstly, to create new migration file, I will say PHP. Now if you see this PHP command is not working, you can check out my YouTube channel. There are many videos that show you how you can fix this issue. If you are seeing something like PHP command not found, you can go ahead and search in YouTube in my channel. Okay, now we have to say PHP artisan and then make colon, and after the colon we have to say migration. Then we have to provide what is the file name of your migration file. I will say add and then new student table. Now press enter. Then your migration file is created. You can see this is the file name. So open your project using VS Code or any other editor. Here if you see this database folder, inside that you can find this migrations folder. Now normally the latest files come to the end of file list. This is the latest file. Now in this up folder we are going to write our code to run the migration. Okay, now you will see this down function, that is for reverse the migration. Now here to create the table I am going to say schema colon create. We are using this create function to create a new table. Now inside parentheses I'm going to pass in the table name. In this case I'm going to say student, and then I'm going to define a function. This function will take in arguments blueprint, and then I will say parameter name as table. Now I will add braces end of the parentheses. Now firstly we have to define the table ID. For that I will say table, this variable name for the function, and then hyphen angle bracket ID. Now this ID will be a identity integer value. That means it will auto increment its value. Okay, now the next value we can pass in here. Don't forget to separate by semicolon. The next value I will say table colon a string. I will say this column name as name. Now this ID will be the ID, right? So we don't have to define a name for that, but here for this column I have defined the column name, and then that is it. So I will end up with the semicolon. Now in the same time, if we want to add values to the table, firstly we have to create a new model. The model will be stored in this app folder, in this models folder, like this. So to create a new model, open your terminal, and then I will say PHP artisan make colon model. You have to pass in your model name. So I will say student model, and then press enter. So the model is created to in this models folder, in the app folder, in the models folder, we can see this students model. So we can keep this inside braces. I'm going to pass in protected $table is equals to row, let's say the table name what we have defined is student. I will say student here. So this is the table name. We have to define the table name there. And finally we are going to create a new variable as a array protected dollar guarded is equals to square brackets semicolon. Alright, now that is it. Here after the parentheses I'm going to say here I missed the semicolon. We have to define the semicolon. Now after that I'm going to say the student model dot student model colon insert parentheses square brackets. Now inside square brackets I'm going to pass in the first value. So we have to say square brackets again to pass in the first value, and then when you are ending adding all values to here, you have to put the comma, don't forget that. So here I will add name as I have to say equals, and then angle bracket the value will be, let's say, Ashane. Now I'm going to add another one, name equals angle bracket value will be Ishank. Okay, and finally we have to say comma, that is it. So end of the parenthesis we have to say semicolon. Okay, now how we can run this? Before that you have to make sure you imported the new model file into here. For that you can say use app /models / the model name which is the student model and then semicolon. Okay, now save that and open your terminal and then say PHP artisan migrate. Now we can refresh our PHP myadmin to see our table. Here the student table has been created and the values has been inserted into our terminal. Now you can see this ID is in identity type. That means it is automatically increasing its value when new rows added. Okay, that is it for this video. If this video helps, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.